Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel all about Israel. This will be probably the title of this video, and the reason is because every single video that I will present to you and the news that I will present to you will be about Israel, this way or the other. Before we start, I want to say thank you to Michelle, who made a donation on PayPal yesterday. I very much appreciate your support, guys. So without any further ado, let's go first to Poland. In Polish Parliament yesterday on April 14th, we had a situation, let's call it a situation. One of the MPs has presented, in his opinion, the new flag of Israel and how it's supposed to look like. He gave some presentation about how children are suffering because of the country that should not be mentioned, and he explained the level of suffering as well. I'm going to play a short clip for you to present to you this moment and to present to you the new flag that he was putting out there and reading you the comments from people. So let's start with this video. This is originally in Polish, but you have the translation. However, I think it's better if I just read it to you. We're gonna go through a lot of videos today, so just bear with me. Okay, here is the MP. His name is Konrad Berkowicz, and that was taking place yesterday in Polish Parliament. So he's saying this: Israel is the new Third Reich, and its flag should look exactly like this. This is the beginning of his speech. I'm not sure if it's the beginning, but this is before he presented the flag. That's what he said. Israel's attacks in the Middle East are already being felt by Poles through fuel prices. But how are they felt by children, of whom dozens of times more have died than during the entire war in Ukraine? Well, in this way, Jews are using a banned phosphorus bomb that consumes oxygen from the air and causes death by suffocation. The smoke from this bomb enters the lungs and burns them from the inside. They suffocate and burn internally at the same time. Tens of thousands of women and children, but if a child is lucky enough not to suffocate, while phosphorus sticks to the cheek or the hand and burns through the tissue down to the bone, it cannot be extinguished, so the cheek is cut away. The hand is amputated. Israel is committing genocide before our eyes with particular cruelty. And give it like. This is what he was saying yesterday, and then he presented this flag. What people are saying in the comments, not many politicians have the courage to speak the truth, while whole world is waking up. Finally, someone who said it out loud. Bravo. Respect Poland. Okay, so now, what is the reaction from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs? As many of you know, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Poland is Radosław Sikorski. Thank you, USA. Tweet that was still Twitter at the time after Nord Stream pipeline, poof, and then he removed Thank you, USA. That was during Biden time, and you know who he is married to, so I don't have to explain. Here is the reaction. Let me read it from Minister of Foreign Affairs of Poland. This is the X account, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and it says this: the Minister of Foreign Affairs strongly condemns MP Konrad Berkowicz's use of swastika symbol incorporated into the flag of the State of Israel. Criticism of Israel's regional policy by the MP does not justify such a gesture, which is deeply offensive not only to Jews and Israelis, but also to all those for whom the Holocaust and other Nazi crimes constitute an important element of memory and identity. Poles have a particular responsibility to preserve the historical memory of the Holocaust, the greatest crime committed in the occupied territories. Any such provocations must be regarded as reprehensible and unacceptable. So that was the statement. So now let's go very quickly to Ukraine. I think this is true because what is now going on with Ukraine? Just above this, Ukraine criminalizes criticism of Israel as anti-Semitism, punishable by fines or up to 8 years in prison. So that's how this goes. Now, as far as support to Israel, let's go to the new Prime Minister of Hungary. This one right here. I'm gonna read what he's saying. This is the one who kills his own puppies in the microwave. Peter Majar, he says, I can say that we have a special relationship between Israel and Hungary. And he affirms his country has close ties with Israel at his first press conference, that was yesterday. Hungary is home to a strong Jewish community. One of the largest in Europe, which fortunately lives in peace and security. Hungary has a zero tolerance policy on all forms of anti-Semitism. And this will continue in the future at the same time Orban has done to do things like those that the Orban government has done. Sorry, I think I misread this because it was moving fast. But let's not forget Viktor Orban was very friendly with Israel as well, and he was visiting the wall. I've mentioned this before anyway. So now I would like to show you a video with this Chinese guy, with a Chinese guy who is addressing Israel. Sorry, I closed it. With the Chinese guy who is addressing Israel. If this is authentic speech presentation, that's interesting. And I wonder if anyone is watching me from China, by the way. And what do you think about this relationship between China and Israel? Because I think there is much more to the story that we actually know about. But let's take a listen to this Chinese young man who is addressing Israel pretty much directly.
Check this out. I'm Chinese. Israel has accused China of hating Hamas in Beijing. They even said they would come to Beijing to arrest them. This is beyond ridiculous. As an ordinary Chinese person, I want to say this to Israel. You are welcome to China. China hates the war, but we are never afraid of war. Especially not afraid of the provocation of those who destroy the humanity and bring evil to the world. Justice will always protect this world. So think it very carefully, Israel. The whole world is watching you. How long do you plan to keep hurting humanity? To be honestly, as a Chinese person, I don't even feel the need to respond to you because we never consider it. You are a real opponent. that says peace for the world and many people live with happiness and joy.
Okay, 谢谢. Now let me show you a video from New Jersey, I think. Might be wrong, but from the United States. The first video you're gonna see from the United States, presenting to you something very interesting. I don't think it's a fake video. And the second video is about J.D. Vance and Benjamin Netanyahu and their relationship, or maybe I should say the relationship between Trump's administration and Benjamin Netanyahu. Another interesting clip. So let's take a look.
Fucking Tel Aviv or
yeah, like why?
Or New Jersey.
That is so insane. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Israeli flags and 1 American flag. Welcome to the United States of Israel.
Whether this is real BB or AI BB, I find these comments just a little disturbing.
I spoke yesterday with Vice President J.D. Vance. He called me from his plane on the way back from Washington. He reported to me in detail, as the people of this administration do every day, on the development of the negotiations.
Can you please say that one more time?
He called me from his plane on the way back from Washington. He reported to me in detail, as the people of this administration do every day, on the development of the negotiations. In this case, the explosion in the negotiations, the explosion came from the American side, which was not willing to tolerate the blatant violation of the agreement to enter negotiations by Iran. Essentially, the agreement was that there would be a ceasefire and Iran would immediately open the crossings. They didn't do that. The Americans were not willing to accept it. He also conveyed to me that the central issue on the table from the perspective of President Trump and the United States is the removal of all enriched material and ensuring that there is no more enrichment in the coming years, and this could be for decades.
Look, I understand that the things that many of us are posting are super uncomfortable for people to think through. But until we detach ourselves from the current political state of Israel, we will be in forever wars and we will be slaves forever.
So some people might say this is too much because, Netanyahu does not run Trump. I don't think Netanyahu runs Trump. I actually think there is a group that is behind both of them that is using also them as a puppet. I don't think none of them is sovereign and none of them is acting on his own. They are directed by invisible forces, let's put this way, who are behind them. This is a short video, but I have one more clip for you that is actually interesting conversation between Elon Musk and Ben Shapiro. And did you know that Elon Musk is Jewish? I didn't know. Well, here he is in his own words saying that.
I'm Jewish. Aspirationally Jewish. I grew up around a lot of Jewish people. I went to Hebrew preschool, Rachel Shapiro in South Africa. My name is very Jewish.
I will tell you that for the past 10 years, people have assumed in my community that you were Jewish until I informed them otherwise.
Yeah.
Elon is a pretty Jewish name.
He's super Jewish.
Yeah.
And then I went to Israel when I was 13. Visited Masada. I'm certainly checking the boxes on a lot of things. Like I said, most of my friends are Jewish, just worked out that way. So Sometimes yeah, I guess maybe I forget that. Maybe, am I Jewish? I'm Jewish. Aspirationally Jewish. I'm Jewish.
So he is Jewish, hahaha. That's what's up, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you appreciate the content, please hit thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would very much appreciate it. And if you choose to support my work, the best way is to order my books for children that are absolutely great. You can order it, the description and the link is down below the video. And you can also find me on Patreon, Locals, and Instagram as well, and you have PayPal as well. Thank you so much for watching, lots of love, and remember, we are the leading edge, and we are saving humanity. And I see you in another video. Bye, guys.